said the home is the first school. So we can't keep saying that. And people have to realize it is not a one-dimensional conversation. We can't just come over here every day and talk about saving Janae. What are the steps we are going to take to save her?
If we can find a way how to advise some of them man when they struggle with the problem, to seek therapy, seek help is a good thing, you know, because it's a lot of that remember now is a very sensitive topic. It's a very, very sensitive topic. So we have to be careful of the words what we choose to use. You know, we have to be careful at how we say things because we can easily trigger somebody. You know?
Exactly.
And we not try to do that in a no way. I appreciate everybody and everybody who come out and support and fight the fight and there with the movement. You know, and we are trying to find a way of to build back a connection, you know, amongst each other with we can agree and disagree and flip a coin, talk about it and move forward. You know, without
it's not just one child going through it, they have so
many
people. Their parents don't listen to them. So why do people think that we are just going to have to speak to the kids? Where are the kids going to go live on their own? We have to get to these parents to teach them that you can't do this. When your child comes to you, have to
she provoke the public and say some things with she provoke the public and say some things with trigger people. Well, easy clickbait, you know it already. So she said things with trigger people and everybody just get violent and run out and, you know, get mad at her. Because, look, you know, a month now this are going for, and not once Crissy come out and say anything at all. Crissy never come out and say nothing. All she talk about is the wig and the eyelash and the eyebrow what they sell and what they sell.
Yeah. I agree, and that is to show you that she is not equipped or she's not at the place to properly look out for her kids. And that's a problem. I even said if it's even to come out and say, listen, regardless of what is happening, it's a private thing, we're going through it together, but I stand with my child. If it's even that would suffice. But if she was not raised a way to know how to protect a child, she's not going to do it. And that's what we're saying. We have to teach these parents to give them the right skills and tools and signs to look out for, because if she was a mom who was paying attention, she would have seen signs, because predators will slip up. Predators will show up.
Hold on the guess. I think the comment section has said Marlene gone. Marlene gone, that is not a good thing. That very, very valuable person over on a platform, you know, we may value everybody. I'm not the one who say Marlene gone. See, Tammy just say Marlene stay with us. But at the same time, we are trying to protect people mental health, and if something is too toxic, I understand, but I don't want to lose nobody one by one. You know, but what we can do to fix something here? What we can do to make that something here? Because the community, if the community has to destroy, who are going to fight for Jay? And how we can really fix it? How we can come together and fix that something here and make it work? You know, because making video and posting it is 10 times different from coming live and talking to people, you know, almost face to face. Well, not face to face, but a camera. You know?
You know what would be good vibes if everybody who is saying just stay and Johnny explain to everybody else so we can know what to say and what not to say. What does that mean? How do we save her? Like, what do they suggest that we do to save her? Like, I would love to hear that. What do we suggest to save her?
Well, if you listen to the HTK video, there is a part where them say, the detective say she loved the J4J movement. So very clear we are doing something good. And
I heard, I listened to the entire thing, but I'm saying, loving it is one, but what else can we do in the meantime to save her?
Oh, that me going to say. And we don't know if that also be a part of it where if social media is a big part of him cannot go around that child for the rest of his life. It's possible. We just don't know. So maybe we are doing something good. Cause
no,
look,
it's a great movement.
you
But
know,
that's what I'm saying. They took him out of the house permanently. He can't be around the child. We don't care. I don't personally. I don't even care about him. I don't even care what they're doing with him. I don't care anything about that. But I'm saying, in the meantime, since the child is in the home with the mother, and we cannot do anything about that. Me and you can't go and take the child out of the house.
all right.
What do you think is the best thing to do?
All right, before me come live, me on the phone with Marlene, Essay, and Tamisha, and my title was supposed to be the J4J movements is bigger than we think, or something like that. Me plan to name it. It's sure. Say, the J4J movement is not only about J, because me spend the whole day, me talk to people, me listen to people cry, me listen to people talk, sing, dance, everything what them have to do to feel better. And me I look on you and me I say, this bigger than me, this big man, this is something, and it start with J4J, but how much more people we can help? We can help a lot more people, you know.
That's the point. We can't just stick, and people can't. It's so big. It's helping so many people. Somebody in the comments said we need to stay on Crissy neck so she can make change for better. We're not doing this because we love what she's doing. But if you keep showing her up, if you keep showing how brown she is, and not just Crissy, let me stop calling her name. Mothers overall, parents overall. It's not about Crissy. People need to get that out of their mind. But if we don't teach the mothers to protect their kids, how are we going to save the kids?
Me honestly don't like that whole stay upon Crissy neck business, because alright, let me say something. Not defending Crissy again, me just want to make something clear that we don't know what kind of manipulation, Stockholm syndrome Crissy has suffered right now. Let me finish. Crissy can go through so many things. How many times you hear a woman come out and say, I was there. The man when I abused me, and Marlene the man. The man when I abused me, and I was, taking up for him. Me as a man experience the same something there with that woman. Which part? Me I do everything in my power to help this woman, and this woman I can't get better no matter what I do. Me could have jumped off of one bridge to make that woman happy, and it was still not good enough. You understand? Me go through that personally, like real people look at me and say, yo, you're Jamaican? Me show on the picture one time how me well look in a 2011. Gully Bap went cuter than me. Gully Bap went way more handsome than me in a 2011. Me well look mash up. A woman mash me up. And me understand what manipulation can do to a person. Me understand what I can do. And I don't know what that man said to Crissy, and thank you with the low self-esteem. We don't know what that man do to that poor girl. And we can there so a lash her, but we don't realize that the whole her back cut up, from both sides. So sometimes we want to come out and defend her. But when she come out and behave, that is what triggering people, the way how she behave. Wrong and strong. And it's not like that she a ball for help, none at all. But me just listen to a story where somebody experienced one of the worst things you can ever think of. And she said, no, you don't understand. Me love him. And me remember right there so when the person they talk, when I was a child, Me remember one man and him wife a fight and the man take a machete and chop the woman on her breast. And the breast hang off. And when the police them come for the man, this is not funny, but when the police them come for the man, the woman a fight the police them. And I say, left him. I'm my husband. I don't want to hate me. I don't want to mash up my life. The woman breast chop off with a machete. And the man and the woman a fight the police them if you not arrest the man. And me I look on you and me I say, how is this possible?
Yes.
But because we never educated enough to understand it.
Trauma bonding and stuff like that.
All this thing at work. And me I look on Crissy and me I listen. And me I say, let me just continue to beat CMR. Because if CMR fit ever get up one day and decide say want to do whatsoever, I do not care. But me not have nothing on Crissy to really beat she. You understand? I don't have anything on Crissy. And I want the kids them to have a mother. The mother when me used to sip on the internet when me I say, that is a wife. That is a mother. Me don't want Crissy to go back to that person. Me want to see her like that person again. You understand? But the internet, remember the internet is a place where we want this. And you have to give me this. And if you don't give me this, no. Me not, remember say CMR strike my channel. And instead of me stop talk, me talk louder. So it's not a button press. Nobody can press my button.
Absolutely right. And we have to, I'm so happy you said that because you cannot let people shame you into the fact. Because the fact of the matter is, I can't understand. You have to talk.
Hold on there. I Nikki a talk, I guess. Hold on there. Guess that you talk?
Yeah.
Alright. Nikki there too. Alright, go on talk.
Oh, hi Nikki.
Hi, yes.
Nicolette Cummings
That's me.
Oh, that's you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you're Nicolette Cummings.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you asked, what is your plan on? Oh,
Helping Vibes. You're asking Vibes what's his plan on moving forward. How are we gonna help the child? I go back to the same thing. That's what you asked him before I came on. That's why I came up. And you're asking him. You're saying not to bash Crissy.
I did not say that, Nikki. I did not say that.
What did you say?
I did not say that, Nikki.
What did you say?
That is why I say we have to listen to understand.
Okay, go ahead, Oni. What did you
ask
say?
the question. Someone in the comment had said, this is not about saving Crissy. And it's about Jay. So I said, okay, how do we save Jay if we do not help mothers, not just Crissy? And when I say Jay, I'm not talking about just Jay alone. How do we save other Jays in the world if we do not also teach parents the signs to look for, how to operate when their kids come out and say something is wrong? How do we teach the parents? Because in order to save Jay, we have to, because right now Jay is under her mother's care. So we coming out and say, save Jay. What do we do for her right now? We have to teach that mother to open her eyes.
Okay,
so
how do you
doing something wrong so that can help her child?
How do you suggest that we teach Crissy? What, since you know how to teach a mom how to save their child, what would you say to Crissy? As are you a mother?
I'm a mother of 2 girls.
Okay, so you're a mother of 2 girls.
Mm-hmm.
Of 1 girl and a boy.
I got a question.
Now,
Hold on there, young star. Let Nikki finish.
My question to you is, as a mother, something happens to your children, or there's a question about your child, in any way, whether it be at school, what is your initial, especially when it comes to the child being hurt or violated, what is your initial visceral response as a mother?
Okay. I'm gonna be as plain as I can be. You know why? Because I'm fully equipped and I'm fully equipped in recognizing when someone does not comprehend what you're saying. And it might be a fault of myself where I'm not communicating it where you can understand it. Let me answer your question.
No. We understand what you're saying. Don't do that.
Clearly, I want to know. You're saying that we need to help Crissy. You are a mother. mother. Let me
You asked
finish.
me.
You are a mother, and your daughter comes home and she says, "Mommy, this happened to me," or your daughter's school call and say, "Miss Guest, this happened to your daughter," or "This is what we see that's been happening with your daughter at school. She always has good grades. Her grades have declined. She came to the office and said she fell down, or somebody tripped her and she fell." Right? Your initial response, viscerally, you're at home. You know, reach the school yet to talk to your daughter to find out her side of the story, you know. What is your initial visceral response as a mother? Don't talk about my understanding, because you've already explained many times subliminally that I don't understand very well. So I understand that. I understand that I'm lacking. So now I'm asking you to educate me. So what would you do if you were Crissy in this circumstance? I'm not beating Crissy. I have never come out on this platform and said anything negative about Crissy, except for her initial response. That is the part that bothers me the most. So now I'm asking you the same question that was put to you that was put to Vibes or yourself in the comment. Tell me, what is your response? And I'm going to mute my mic and wait for your response. Don't talk about my understanding. Explain to me what you guess would do. This is my question again. What you guess would do initially if this was your child in this circumstance. And I'm muting myself. If you talk about me and say my understanding or your explanation, I'm going to come back and reiterate the question. Please. So just let me mute myself and you go ahead and understand and answer, please. Make me understand.
Okay, so this is a two-part thing for me. Firstly, personally, what I would have done if I'm a, or speaking from a public person or in a real life as is.
I'm talking about in your real life as it is,
Okay.
because anybody knowing you.
But hold on, because the reason why I say it's a two-part thing is because we are speaking from the fact that Crissy is a public person and she did not do something in the public. So that's why I'm asking you that question. So I want to know if you mean just in my life or if I was public, if I would have handled it.
She just asked you the question generally.
Okay, so generally speaking, firstly, my kids and I create that relationship with them where we speak about things. I ask them how they feel about it, what happened, how did that make you feel? Does that make you feel like a loving person or kind, or is that kind to you? I have this conversation with my kids.
That's not the question that I asked you,
Can
though.
I answer the question, ma'am, in my way?
No, but that's not the question that I asked you.
Let
You
me
know, reach the
answer the
school yet,
question
you know,
with
see
you.
your kids yet. Initially, you don't understand what initially means, because before you reach the school, before you see your kids, that's what I'm asking you.
That is
What
why
would
I ask you if it's a general question or you mean particularly what happened with Crissy.
particularly
generally.
Particularly what happened?
You see the difference? I asked you and you said generally, so I'm answering it generally. Now, if you're asking particularly with her circumstance, it's a different conversation. If so, basically you're saying, so let me understand what you're saying. If the school calls me and say this is what happened to your kid, they complain to you, complain to us, let us this is what happened. All right, I'm there. First thing, I'm heading straight to the school. First thing first, my kids will not go back into that house if the police have not arrested that man as yet. If they allow me, because if it's Canada or the States, sometimes they'll take the kids from you. If they allow me, if they see that I'm the mother who protects my kids, to keep my kids, we're not going back to that house if the man is not arrested. That's me personally. I don't believe anything no man say to me over my kids, and I'm married, and my husband know that straight. My kids, what them say Allah. So just pray that my kids don't tell any lie on you, because I'm believing them. I'm taking my kids out of the situation. If that man is arrested and I feel like I can go back to the house and get an order of protection against him, not to allow him to come back to the... No judge wouldn't have to tell my husband not to come back to my house. I would have taken that initiative to make sure that I tell them I don't want him back around my kids.
Order of protection.
Order, I said that. So that's what I'm saying. And I'm saying when I see a mother who does not do that immediately, it shows me that that mother is not equipped upstairs. It shows me that mother is sick or that mother is not understanding what a mother should do. So that is what I'm saying. It's obvious because no normal mother would not feel comfortable. Even the biological kids, I would not want them around him without a social worker or somebody there. That's my point. So I'm saying if she did not do that, she is sick.
Okay,
So
guys.
we need to help that lady. She is not right.
Okay, so okay.
Wait. One
Answer
second,
my question.
Nikki. So, if she's sick and she has a mental situation going on, how is it beneficial for the kids, good or bad?
Real question.
If she's sick,
Yeah, that's for you. Yeah, that's definitely for you.
young star, that's what I'm saying. It's not good for the kids, but right now the country, the court sees her fit to keep them. So what are we going to do right now? Realistically speaking, young star, I want to level with you. Realistically speaking, if the court, and I sound a bit hoarse, if the court allows this woman to have her kids with them, what can we do to help to protect the kids? But to call her out and tell her you're doing something wrong, because me and you, young star, cannot go and get the kids them. So
Yeah, that's the point. The beating has to be there, so she understand herself. The beating has to happen. Guys, obviously, the courts not get to her so she understand herself. The kid not get to her so she understand
You can ask that question, young
So
star.
the beating have to make something happen.
Young star, you can ask that question.
That's what I'm doing too.
Yeah,
You can ask that question.
yeah.
What about if we beat her off our bridge?
No,
Bro.
we're not gonna beat her.
No, just a question, just a
Beat
question.
her off of a bridge.
We're not gonna
Alright,
beat
now let me answer
Just
that
a
question.
just a question, just a
Let
question.
me answer that question. If we beat her and she got to a bridge, I'm so sorry to say this, but at that point, that would show us exactly where her mental state of mind is at that point, because she didn't come out and come steep out with her mouth to show where her mental state of mind is.
That's a good answer. That's a good
Her
answer.
getting the pressure would make her come out and do that, right? When she does that, sadly, it's gonna be sad to say, but sadly, would it be good or bad for the kids at that point? Because what if she don't do that and she takes it out on the kids?
We see her on the internet as a weak person, like she's not that strong.
Yeah, so it's not good for her to be around kids if you're a weak adult individual that's seeing adults side of a story over your own kids.
Yeah.
You're not you yourself is not a safe parent.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
so
the point we're making, young star. That's the point we're making. She's obviously not safe.
Well, my point is I'm not helping her in any way. I'm sorry. She should have never had kids if she didn't have the mental mind state to do it. And not only that, you shouldn't be who you are if you don't have the mental mind state to do it. You should sit in the corner. You should sit down, take a time out, and go think about it instead of all of what she doing.
Walk and talk that she blind by CMR about the money too.
Okay, so guess your initial visceral response would be my initial visceral response as a parent. So the order of protection, the getting myself and my children away from the situation. Until I can resolve. So on that, we're agreeing. Now, what I'm trying to say, or what I've been saying for weeks, if Crissy is making a turn at this point, 3 months later, it's too late, because if the courts had not stepped in,
Agree.
the man, if it
Agree.
was not exposed that this thing occurred, she would have let that man back into the house by the 5th of November. Let me finish. And none of us would have known that this occurred, and by now her daughter could have been penetrated, and we would not have known a thing. So I'm not saying to beat Crissy to death. We have people in, and I have never beat Crissy because I'm sure
Me beat out her ass.
in I have never.
Active on the car
I was
backside.
one of the first ones that came on the platform and did a hypothetical. And when they put the hypothetical, suppose Crissy can
Someone
manage
says
the way it is.
people don't know their shit in the
Them
public.
beat me. Them beat
All
me
right.
in the comments.
Anyone else see me
Beat me
tiger?
in the comments. Our youngster beat me in the comments and say, yeah, that's how Jamaicans are. That's how you Jamaicans
Maybe
are.
hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on, Marlene. Hold on, Marlene. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, no, see the title, right? Marlene still believe Crissy can be saved. I think me put there.
I think she can. I think
Hold on. Marlene,
Yes.
you have this belief. And me tell you, I'm going to put your name in the title. And
Yes.
I'm going to give you the platform. So you see when them people have beat you, don't put it on me. Take your beating by yourself. Take your beating by yourself. The floor. You have 1, 2, 3 people with you. My mouth shut. It's all yours.
All right. So what I'm gonna do?
Can I just
What I would like to do? I'd like to let who's that? Nikki finish because I'm coming in to where they're conversing. So let them finish and then let me know when I can jump in.
All right, take it up with them. All yours.
So my thing is this, right?
Right.
The initial response was what bothered me the most because as a mother, your first instinct is to find out what has happened. You hear the story of the school, you hear the story from your child, you hear the story from CPS, you hear the story from the man probably, and there was a thing where when they told, there was a thing, but I don't know if it's a rumor, so this is an alleged. Allegedly, when they told her that, remember, they couldn't find CMR initially when the little girl reported this on the 1st of November because she went to school Halloween, and then the day after Halloween was when he got in trouble. On the 2nd of November, they find him. So what happened? He didn't come home on the 1st. They literally found him. They had to, from what I've heard, so this is an alleged still. So the assumption is if they told her that they were looking to arrest him, she probably told him, don't come home or go hide. And then it's on the second note, them come and pick him up. And on the third note, they let go according to the timeline. So my thing is this, right? Initially, a mother's response is, let me protect my child at all costs, no matter what the situation is. Because my grandmother and my mother always tell me one thing, say, when finger think, you can't cut it off. Okay? So the thing is, my problem is, her initial response to me showed that there's a glitch, and the fact that she was willing to come out on the 4th and the 5th with videos, and then on the 10th, she was angry at everybody for saying to her, Crissy, what are you going to do? Crissy, what are you going to do? Block them. Mega block them. Mega block them. When that is here come, yes, Mr. Queen, I block. Mega block you. I already do it. And then she pulled herself and she said, if it was another time, would I tell you which part of your mother to do? Lady, why are you so angry with us? You're angry with us because of your inaction in taking care of your firstborn child that has cried out to strangers that her stepfather touched her inappropriately, not allegedly, per police records in the state of Florida. Period. Point blank. Her anger should have definitely gone to her husband and figuring out how she's going to move forward. Not 3 months later. It doesn't take you 3 months if it means that you have to get police to come and guard your door until he would have had to, for me, I wouldn't have bailed him out. He would have had to stay in jail until I could find a safe way, because if she hadn't bailed him out, he would have been in the jail working with the prosecutors. But 2 days, 3 days later, he was out. And he was on the internet cursing everybody, talking down to everybody. It's everybody else's fault except mine. 2.5 months later, he's on the fix talking about, oh, we can't talk about this. and then trying to imply that there's something wrong with a child that you say is the best child ever. Let me tell you something. If you have a child that is MR, autistic, um, slow, Asperger's, whatever the case is, those Down syndromes, those are the babies that are supposed to be protected the most because some of them have hidden gems in them to offer the world. Sometimes, even when they can't speak, they can offer a sense of comfort to people. So they're to be valued just as much as a normal acting child that's going to school and getting straight A's and doing well and is well behaved and well spoken and all of these things. So that is my point of contention. That is my question. What would you do initially? Not for the public, not for anybody else to see and say, "Well, Crissy, you do this," because as a mother, that is what you're supposed to do. You have to protect your children from anybody. Sometimes you have to protect your children from even the fathers that give birth to them, and sometimes it's vice versa. The fathers that parent them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
I protect my son, my opinion, my son and daughter with my life.
Okay.
And for the fathers like Vibes that do this, kudos to you, Vibes, but it's not a lot of men that are there for their children. They are fathers.
So we have to give thanks if you give thanks for the few of us, you know.
Yes,
we have
I
to.
do.
We have
I
to.
do.
Yes, man.
You know, I do. So let me mute, and I'm gonna just go off to the side and mind my business now. Actually, I'm gonna go back down in the comments. So,
I'm not go challenge Colleen. Marlene, sorry, Marlene, there you know.
For someone to say,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Marlene. Oh, sorry, Marlene, didn't hear me there. For someone to keep saying they are, it's the initial, it's initial. If we keep talking about the problem, everybody in the world can see by now that the initial response was not great. It's not the best. She's not a good protective mother. We see that. How talking about the problem over and over and over again is going to help the situation.
And that's
There's
what.
a popular saying that I put this up in my house for my kids to see. In life, it is 1% what happened to you and 99% how you react to it. So
that's great to say. That's great for you to say, but that's not good for you to tell another person. How you gonna tell another person how to feel though?
If you had already messed up, are you going to sit down in the problem and just be, oh my God, I messed up? Or are you gonna go and move on? Because at some point, I think we all can agree that she did not react good. She's not being protective. She might be any head, made bubble head, any
they're
head.
not caught. I've never caught
that. Everybody is seeing that. I'm not speaking for you. Everybody has seen that. Now, how do we help other mothers not to do that so we don't have a K for K movement or a Z for J movement or an N for J movement?
Hold on. I got something to do with this.
To not
Marlene, just go get the floor, Marlene. Give them a second.
Oh, no problem.
Other mothers. We just keep living on the wrongs that she did. We can't take that back. Unfortunately, I wish we could, but we can't take back the initial reaction for her. We can't do that.
Okay.
So why?
My response to that question is, and I'm going to give you after I'm finished this response, I'm not going to answer any more questions, right? So my response to that is, you see this platform, people who have already made this mistake, people who have been victims of this, they are learning from this platform. They are learning that you have to think initially, what would be my first response? People who don't know how to protect their children are learning. So what we're doing is, if we went behind closed doors and tried to shut it down like Shay and King, it wouldn't be edifying. This is how we edify people. We have people here of all different backgrounds from different places in Jamaica that speak differently, that are different levels of education. But in this audience, we do have a lot of highly educated professional people.
I just want to add something in real quick. I don't mean to cut you off, but when a person is doing something wrong and you tend to go against the grain and support that person saying that they could be saved, or they could be this, or they could be that. What do you call that in life?
It's enabling.
Enabling, okay.
And it's supporting bad behavior.
I'm just saying, I just wanted to
When
throw
people
that out there.
misbehave, they're supposed to be held accountable. This is how we raise our
Okay,
children.
there you go.
This is how our children learn not to do certain things. My daughter was
Marlene,
6 years old, and she
I
went
hope you have on your helmet.
she took a candy bar. She took a candy bar from out. She was 2. She didn't really understand. And when I looked in the back seat of the car and I saw my daughter with the candy, I was appalled. And I said to her, Brianna, where did you get that from? And she said, I took it from the store. I said, did you ask mommy to buy it? No. I said, did the man at the counter give it to you? No. And I turned to my 2-year-old. She was either 2 or 3. I said, well, you're a thief. And I said, we're going to go back inside the gas station and we're going to tell the man that you stole his candy. And if he wants to call the police, I'm going to let the police. But I needed to teach my daughter that lesson at that time so that she know not to do it again. So what I did was I took her out of the car seat and strap her out of the car seat and we walked her back to the man. And when she
you taught her what to do. She did something wrong and you taught her the right thing to do.
And she kept crying and begging me. And I could have just
did something wrong, we're trying to teach her the right thing to do. That's the point.
Exactly.
There's no way we can teach a grown adult about things that are supposed to be. That's like male and female and 100 different genders. You're born male or female. They give you 100 different genders. Does that mean that 100 different genders is actually real? That doesn't mean that it's real.
You are wrong.
So all right, let me tell you. Let me stop. Right? I understand. I understand what you're saying. So let me show you something.
You're very wrong.
And I want to show you something. In our culture, kids are more held to a higher standard than adults are. Adults do what they want and tell kids what to do. So that tells me that already our culture is messed up when it comes to that principle of life. So we're not giving a pass on it. You said it how you want to say it. Put it how you want to put it. Flip it how you want to flip it. It does not make sense. She's too grown to be telling me that she...
You're waiting too long. Because the lines are... I'm sorry, guys. Go ahead.
Marlene, you ready? Marlene fall off. May I second it?
But man, listen to me, right? To me, this should be about saving the girl and not saving Crissy, right? Because if you save Crissy, what you gonna do with the little girl that's supposed to be innocent? If we focus on saving this grown grandma woman,
young
what are we gonna do with the little girl?
Young sir. All right, may I beg you now? May I beg you now? May I beg you now?
I don't know where to start.
Well, I know, Marlene. May I beg them? May I beg them to go easy upon you?
No.
May I beg them to go easy upon you? Because may I tell you?
I believe that everybody should say how they feel.
Yeah, but you know, me just have to still have to beg them to go easy upon you because, trust me, them people and them stand for something and we all stand for something, but them believe, you know, them really believe in what them believe. So, may I beg you now, take it easy with Marlene. Listen to what she have to say and please be respectful.
And I hear them and they speaking it how they see it.
Alright.
And how they know it. Because even youngster mention about our culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know where to start because remember Nikki said some things that I would love to comment on respectfully, and also youngster respectfully. So let's see if I can keep the chain of thoughts as far as what was said. And if I'm mistaken, just jump in and correct me. Like that's not what I said. I said this, right? But so to start off with what Nikki was saying, right? When she asked the lady initially what you would have done. first thing first, for sure, none of us know exactly what Crissy did in the moment when she got that call. Because don't forget, some people are saying that Crissy probably told the little girl to tell the teacher because Crissy was so helpless, and Crissy probably was concerned that that might happen. We don't know that's a fact, right? That's probably somebody's opinion. We just don't know it to be factual. We do know that from police report that CMR did not find him the same day or night. So possibly he when he got the call, he ran. That doesn't mean Crissy helped him to run, or that doesn't mean, you understand? So those things, all the possibly, don't forget, guys, we can't like live on that. But what I am here to say, as a woman that was in an abusive marriage, then I went to victim services. Then I went and also regular therapy, right? What I am here to say, because I did not know this. I am coming from Trinidad and Tobago, a culture, as you mentioned, youngster, where we are not necessarily taught but made to believe that if you get counseling or if you get therapy, you are like a mad person, a madman or a mad woman. Only mad people see these people, and these people can't fix things, and these people can't make fix a marriage, and these people can't. And you know what? You're right. They can't. But just like how a doctor go to school to study doctoring, right? Everybody's hearing me still, right?
Mm-hmm. Clear.
Good. That's how the doctor go to school and study to do operation and this and that. A teacher go to school and study education and get a degree in teaching. Therapists go to school and they study the human mind. What make us do things, what make us say things, what make us react, how we react to things. You guys following me so far, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, but our culture did not teach us that, right? When just to say that, talking about West Indian, since Youngster mentioned culture, didn't teach us that. So what it teaches, it make us feel uncomfortable about getting help, like we're mad or something is wrong with us. So now, me personally, that was in an abusive marriage, what I can tell you is I feel for Crissy. Beating up Crissy right now, and I'll tell you why, but I want to make this point.
Yeah, trigger me besides. Yeah, forgot to take me those vibes. Because honestly, if you have to go over to CMR them and support Crissy. That's not what this is about. No, everybody over here, we don't want to hear that shit. I'm not disrespecting you either, but at the end of the day, we over here justice for Jay. We don't want to hear nothing about Crissy because everything that you say and I understand about psychotherapy and all that shit. But at the end of the day, when you're an adult, you know better, you do better. You become a mother, you protect your child.
Right,
nobody know why I feel sorry for Crissy. If you want to give Crissy support, you have to go do that on her platform on some real shit. Because to me, it's triggering me right now. I'm not going to say, as a mother of 5 children, I am not going to say, there's a lot of time, all of us at one point on this panel, even if we agree or disagree, had a point where we said we had some empathy for her. At this point, hell no.
Right.
Hell no, she's making her apartment comfortable so she can go get fucked and live with her husband with just touch her daughter.
Right. So Momo, respectfully so, and I see what you're saying. And first and foremost,
you trigger me, you trigger people in the comments, them all tell me to talk. We know what here not about Crissy. Sometimes you have to read the room and figure out where you're going with it. I like everything that you're saying about us not getting therapy because I had to go through it. I have a personality disorder, so I'm being triggered right now. As a victim, I'm being triggered.
I understand. Nobody
don't want to support Crissy. You can't say everything.
I'm not supporting.
We're not supporting Crissy over here. Crissy's worse than the father.
Right, Momo. So let me see if I can rephrase what I'm saying, because I'll be saying the same thing, but I can rephrase it because, Momo, I clearly see where you're coming from. And I think you're the person that was talking to one of the girls at CMR, if I'm not mistaken, that had the ectopic pregnancy for CMR.
Yeah, the same time when Crissy was enabling his behavior and bringing down
Beautiful,
teenage girls.
beautiful, and I love how you nailed him to the cross. And I was talking to my husband about.
Because both of them are responsible. She's an enabler.
I understand, but I'm just
everything else. But we don't want it. I understand it's a panel where everybody talk what they want to talk, but we're not supporting Crissy. That's distracting from the movement over here. You have to go on a panel with them and tell Crissy or tell CMR that when it comes to that part. We're not supporting Crissy. We tried already. We had empathy. We've been waiting. We still are waiting for her to come out and say, okay, I stand with my daughter. That's the point we're at right now.
Right, but Momo, you said you know about the therapy and you know about. Do you know what it is to be an abused woman?
I have a degree in psychology.
All my followers attack CMR for taking down a comment that I made where he was what I consider attacking the young lady Kim. I don't know if you miss all of that.
No, I don't watch people to be honest like that. But my whole thing is you can't say you support the girl and you're begging for Crissy. They're both in the same category.
Right, but I'm right, and I respect it.
I can't say Crissy's a Jamaican woman when there's plenty of times I see Crissy better CMR on the internet. There's plenty of somebody call me, bro.
Pleasant good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I myself is from Trinidad.
Hi.
We have one more Trinidad, yeah?
Yes.
Big up and welcome. Big up and welcome.
Yes, I'm a survivor of child sexual SA.
Okay, so am I.
Sorry about that, here.
I've always listened to Vibes. Thank you for standing up for us.
Yeah, man, sorry about that.
I'm also in a situation where I myself is like Crissy. But I took a stand. I can't go into details, but I took a stand for my loved one. Whether the individual and I had connections, deep connections, but I took a stand and it took a toll on me. But as a mother, you have to stand up for your daughter, regardless of where you are mentally, physically, emotionally. You, as a mother, you have to put all that behind you and stand up for your child.
Absolutely.
It's not about your husband. It's not about your father, your brother, your sister. It's all about your child. Because at the end of the day, sexual SA damages you. For the rest of your
life. I'm still talking about it today. You're still talking about it today. We all still talking about it today.
I was 7 years of age. I was 7 years of age when a 68-year-old man introduced me to what big people have to do, and he told me that was love, and that is what you have to do when somebody loves you. And I grew up with the narrative that is what you have to do when somebody loves you. So I became promiscuous. I'm thinking that I got married, and that individual put me through the same thing. You understand? Never was able to get somebody to love me, always looking for love. And this is what this demonic thing does to you. As a child, it damages you from childhood to adulthood, and you have to seek help. I did not get any help from a child, but as an adult, I realized where I was going down the path. And I could not have seen myself being beautiful. I always think of myself as being ugly, smeared, and everything. So what that young lady have to do is knock her brain in, get it together, put that guy behind her, knowing that with Christ she can do all things.
You don't think it's too late for that?
For children.
You don't think it's too late for that?
If he could do it with her stepdaughter, what about the biological ones that he have with her? It is easy because it's a demonic force.
Absolutely. What's your name?
Survivor's Hands.
Okay, so Miss Survivor, Miss Momo, I hear you. And if you guys said anything wrong up to now, I would be the first to say you're absolutely right so far on everything you said. And again, as you said, as a child you were sexually abused. So was I by my great grandfather, by 2 police officers in my family that was older people. One was an uncle, one was a cousin. Okay, and by a school teacher. Okay. So we put that Right. So you see, it's a thing that happens in Trinidad as well, right? So we can stop
It is.
her.
The thing about it is that we can continue. Without continue, is
Yeah.
that when you don't report it, you are charged $50,000 for not reporting it in Trinidad. But when you do report it, it's a long process. You still are waiting trial for years upon years upon years. This justice system in Trinidad and Tobago needs to get more serious because too many children are being destroyed by pedophiles that don't care. They have this demonic force in them and they think that it's okay to hurt people, girl children and boy children. So any mother on this live stream who may have experienced it or find it difficult to put the men away in your lives that is hurting your children, gather strength. You can do it because it is a hard task to be a single mom. But God does give you the strength to go through it. I'm a single mom. I had to choose, and I choose for my loved one. I make the choice. Get out.
Right. And listen, I want Crissy to get out like right now. Like the same day that this happened, this is what I want Crissy to do. I want her to pack up her and her children and leave. Right? I want that.
You have to go over there and tell Crissy, because when you saying that, that doesn't make sense, because actions are loud.
But I'm saying,
Imagine you being a victim and you
I'm not done talking though, but go ahead.
You're being a victim because you keep going back to the Crissy thing and you're triggering a lot of people on here. You're triggering me.
Well, I thought
you gotta go give that advice to Crissy because her actions is loud right now. If a lady's on a live saying she's getting ready to make a apartment comfortable for her husband while your daughter just went through
But why you think she's doing that, Momo?
I wouldn't think anything because as a mother, like the other young lady, the lady just said, your child comes first. When you are a mother, your child comes first.
That's a fact. But do you think yes, the survivor, yes. Yes.
I was in an abusive. I was being abused.
1 minute. I want to answer one question really quickly. You know why Crissy is fixing up that apartment for CMR? Because when she wants to go dogo, she wants to go dogo in a clean place. Thank you. So that's right there, so. And after vlog. Don't forget the vlogging. She don't have to go to a dirty hotel or to a hotel where she not clear all the sheets them a work. But get money where them a gear.
Youngster, you just send some yai something. I which woman you have flirt with in here? Make sure no more money, no.
Yeah.
The way you want to, but make sure say.
Put me to the comment and bringing me back in.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, your ladies here. You could do it if you want to do it. Because I was being abused by the same individual and I had to get out. There is help. It will be hard. Yes, you may be financially low. But once you have your head up, God is going to make a way for you. She could do it if she wants to.
Of course. How soon did you do it, Survivor?
As soon as I found out, and the person was not giving up, but I had to put my foot down.
Right. So listen, of course. And I personally don't have any reason to think that Crissy hate her kids. Right? When I look at her, I see a woman that love her kids. I see an abused woman. And when you really truly know what abuse, I'm talking now, mental, not the essay now, mental abuse look like, which I learned in victim services, right?
I understand all what you're saying.
I don't get to make a point, but that's okay. Once you guys want to talk, because I want to hear you.
To me, you sound like a Crissy savior, so this may not be the platform for you. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I know, but I mean, Miss Momo, I can say that to you.
Right now,
I can say that to you.
Pastor Crissy over here right now, and them over here right now, they're striking people channels for talking up for her daughter. We have no empathy for her. We don't have no empathy for her. They're bullying people on the internet. for justice for Jay. That's what we focusing on right
Miss
now.
Miss Momo, my channel was attacked. Not my channel, but my comment was attacked. But that doesn't
Yeah.
stop me.
Well, you have to go do a post. You have to go up on your live and give Crissy this information and maybe she will receive it. But we don't really want to hear nothing about Crissy. So like, bring her down.
Well, Miss Momo, we can't be closed-minded, right? Because I could say
No,
that
I'm
to
very
you.
close-minded when it comes to a woman choosing over her child. I'm very
Well, I'm
close-minded when the husband is in counseling for deviant sexual behavior and you're fixing an apartment and getting comfy because you want to be comfy while your child is in the house going through something. You know, I bathe 4 to 5 times a day once I'm in the house because from 12 years old, and I'm going to be 40 this year, my body, I used to feel, when I was 12 and it happened to me, I felt dirty. And it's something that even, it made me realize like 2 years
We
ago,
all
why do you
did.
bathe so often? Things
We
stay
all
with you
did.
for a long term. No, Chrissy's not a soft soul. We as Jamaican people, cause Trinidad woman are easy either. You see how when liquor
Exactly.
get out in the house, liquor give back too. Just like when she got
Exactly.
arrested, she give out lick too. Just like when she stood up her life and she disrespect him over the time and cuss him and cuss the little 2 girl them, she have strength, she have back. She gets the money.
No. So Momo, I know you keep running me off the platform, but
You're
I
not
don't think
running every time. Just don't big up no Crissy over here.
I never once said big up to Crissy. I am talking
You're having empathy for a person that doesn't have empathy for herself, that she by her actions.
No. I am having empathy
So
for
it's people,
any woman.
it's comments like this that make her continue her behavior. It's comments, it's situations like this. I'm not disrespecting you. I'm not disrespecting. I'm just trying to say, like, there's a whole room. Sometimes y'all gotta learn how to read a room before y'all go on the platform. I understand what you're saying, but when it comes, every time you go to Crissy part, it's an empathy thing. We don't want an empathy for Crissy.
Well, I'm not speaking for Crissy only. I'm speaking for a woman that's in an abusive relationship with a man that they think.
We don't know if it's abusive relationship.
But you have to let me get at least a sentence in, though, Momo.
Do you
agree?
You've been attacked. I agree, but you've been attacked, and every time you go to Crissy, you know to say trigger.
I know, but then I can't make any points, so I don't want to waste vibes time.
No, I phone the show, you know. I phone the show, me just a look. Me not say nothing.
You're triggering a lot of people. This is just not the platform to say that she's in an abusive relationship. You're not in the household. We don't know if she's being abused.
Miss Momo,
we have no proof that she's being abused.
Because when the daughter reported the police and the police came, she sent out a letter to bring him back home because she said that he was a good father. She not seen that being abused. She liked it. Because if somebody is beating you and you send a letter saying that they are a good father and that they need the help, you have to strengthen up as a woman and get out 2 slap in the face, straight slap.
But if she was being abused by CMR, why would she be over fixing up apartment to go over? Okay.
Exactly.
What kind of abuse? So she's the money maker. Remember, she's the one that makes the income. Remember when the argument with the girl, she said that shit clear. I make all the money. She said that very clear. So what it is, most women that stay in messed up relationship is because they have no choice. Most people can't just pop up and live with them people there. So they can't provide for the kids by themselves. I would have understanding, but there's no way, shape, or form that Crissy can tell me what is a valid excuse for you staying with this man. From the time she argued with those 2 young girls and came on live and said, oh, he has a sex addiction and he's gonna get help, and you allowed him to stay in the house with them little girls, why you didn't make him go in an apartment at that time? That's what we could talk about.
Do you know?
I tell everybody that if it was me, I don't care if I'm going on the tree with my child, I'm going on the tree. Me and my kid is grown. That's it.
Exactly.
If I stop this Stockholm syndrome, if I stop this weakness, it's 2025, there's resources. I shouldn't need the resources.
You think it's easy for me to get up?
We're not empathy for Crissy over now. And they play off for shit like this. That's what they do. They play off of that shit. Because she's just as bad as him. She's worse than him at this point. And she should have might as well touched her too.
Stayed in a marriage with a man that was beating them and kicking them and spitting on them, and they just didn't understand how to come out of that.
Miss, that's not what this is about. This is about
That's
a 12
totally
to
so
13-year-old
different.
child that was getting touched.
Let me tell you
And
something.
many women went through it. Many women went through it. Many women have been in first of all, Jamaican people overall. Let's be honest. I will not say only the man them, the woman them love Camille love blood clot lick too. Me beat man. Right.
I don't know blood clot
But
lick. Me not believe in that one.
well,
Me
yeah,
not
cause
believe
me
in
that's
the
why
blood
me
clot
tell
lick.
you, cause you not
That's
taking
not
no
true.
blood clot lick from no boy. That me I tell you. So this is just not this is not what it is. Yeah, we don't believe in domestic violence.
But again,
I never put my hand on a woman, you know, so look, you know.
Yeah,
No,
a woman will be
vibes are changed, babes, are changed.
Yeah, all right, cause right, that's,
right.
When it comes to your child, trust me, you gain strength and you're not
Correct.
I'm
Absolutely.
telling you, because I'm crazy when it comes to my child. Say anything about me, do anything to me, don't mess with my child. That's it.
Exactly.
Crissy
Absolutely.
came out in her video and she said, guys, listen, I'm not stressed, right? I'm not
Of
stressed. My
course.
mind is
A
okay
drunk
and money
man.
I make
for real, young star.
Listen, a drunk man don't never say he drunk. The first thing a drunk man say is, but how is it? Okay, it's so weird, right? I may or may not be agreeing with you guys, but I let you talk and I listen, but you guys just can't let
Because
me
that's
talk.
not what this platform is about, miss. That's what I'm just saying to you, though.
I know what the platform is about. The platform is about
justice for Jay.
abuse.
We don't have no empathy for Crissy as a mother that is upholding with this behavior publicly while they call her child a liar. We are concerned about her mental health. We are not having any empathy. Right now, that child isn't safe mentally. She does not have two parents. Her biological father is dead. She has a mother that is blinded by a man, and until she come out of her blood clot madness, there's nothing we can do about that. That is a choice. She doesn't have a choice as a child. She doesn't have a protector. That's who we're worried about.
Marlene.
Do you know that people hurt people?
Marlene.
Yes, vibes.
Me and essay try that something over there, yeah. I mean, tell you, if you know, come over here with it, then go kill you.
Listen.
No, but anybody can watch Crissy video and see that Crissy is not messed up in any way.
No, she come back, man. I think of something with her internet. Just don't come.
Anybody can watch Crissy live and know that Crissy is not mentally ill. Crissy now go through no domestic abuse. A man can be
Marlene, come back.
You ever see when she ready to dip up under them? Under in her life? You ever see what she talk to him? When she ready? I told people that's how I roped him in to speak to me. How do you think I got him to speak to me about the girls? Because I went on live and said, I know that you may feel demasculated when Crissy talks to you that way. I roped that nigga in. I used the same narcissist tactics on him and made him feel comfortable to talk to me because I already knew, analyzed what type of person he is. Yeah, Crissy, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying she's a soft stove. All I'm saying is that.
Well, don't say she's getting abused either because you don't know that.
She is. She is.
How are you gonna say she's getting abused? You don't know that. But we know from a police report that Jay was touched.
All right, Momo.
Correct.
Correct. Let me hear. Let me want to hear exactly what you say.
Momo. So,
you can hear me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi everybody. Hold on there.
Hello.
I'm in my bed and relaxing. Somebody called me and said it's one lady I took up for Crissy. I want to take up for Crissy over here.
Right.
Crissy not supposed to be taking
Marlene, you see what I tell you?
So,
I over here take up for Crissy.
When you ask the question, you want somebody to answer, right? So nobody's picking up for Crissy, but I'm speaking on the behavior that I see, which is that of an abused woman, and I'm speaking on it from personal experience, being with being in a marriage, can I please finish though? Being in a marriage when you're mentally, physically and emotionally abused. You look like you're in the perfect world, but you're not, because guess what? You're so messed up inside that you don't even understand that you need help. And when you can't help yourself, you can't even help your child. As sick as it sounds, it's a fact. It's as sick. Let me finish. 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 As sick as let me finish. Let me finish. No, we're not gonna each other. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. Please let me finish. It's only respect. It's only respect. It's only respect. It's only respect. It's only respect to let me finish. Please let me finish. No, you can't understand because you don't let me finish.
Right now. All right, can we vote you out then? Can all of us vote you
Right.
out?
Well, if Vibes wants to vote me out, there is no problem with it, Miss Momo.
Because that means that if you come out, I mean, I really want you to come off, you know, I just want you to understand. We don't want you to hear about the part where you ask that Crissy is abused. This is not about being domestic violence right now. We're talking about justice for Jay. What do you think she should do as a mother?
Right.
That's what we are talking about.
What I know is that she needs professional help. As a mother,
What me gonna tell me if you take control?
a human being.
What me gonna tell me if you take control of the woman them sure? When you talk to the woman them, not me.
What they need. What the child need now.
Yeah, that's what I want her to tell us. What do she suggest Crissy do? Yeah, we're gonna want to hear about she being abused. We don't have the evidence of that.
But who cares if she abused? We're talking about Jay right now.
We say she being abused and
We're talking about Jay. We don't be with Crissy.
Exactly.
Thank you. I want to know what the child is going through. If Crissy are going to abuse, where the kidney are going to.
Okay, please read the quote from Instagram that the child put up in October.
Thank you.
Oh, I know it out my head. I'm going insane. A 12-year-old put up, I'm going insane, but I make my life look peaceful.
Okay.
Hold on, wait till Marlene come back. Wait till Marlene come back. Gonna say that one day.
Yeah, I remember that shit. They said the way the court hurt me to my heart, me memorize it to pussy class.
You know, me I plan to put it on a shirt. Me I plan to put it on a t-shirt, you know.
That's abuse. I'm going insane, but I make my life feel peaceful. What 12 or 13-year-old should feel that? What should Crissy do about that?
Thank you.
That's what I want her to talk about. You don't want to hear her being abused.
Guys, I've been listening. Can I just say one? I'm saying, I don't think he's saying it the right way, but what I'm saying, if you want to help more Jays, if you want to save more Jays, I think ultimately we have to teach these parents or the new parents.
Starts with the abusive parents. Exactly.
Just give me a second. It is not just about saying justice for Jay, just to prevent other Jays from being overlooked.
Definitely.
It's to prevent other Jays from being disregarded. It's to prevent other Jays from their mother. I have spoken to people who have said I've never looked at it like that as a mother, and now they said, well, look now, because I believe that if you're a pervert, if you're an observant mother, you would have seen a glance that lasts too long. You would have seen a touch that lingered a little bit too long. So I am saying more from me personally. I am saying
2020. And you know what they used to always focus on? Domestic violence for years. Remember, this is child pedophilia. This is what I do. For years. It wasn't even a stigmatism where people didn't even look at their boy children. For years it was domestic violence.
That's another conversation. It's not just about Jay as in the girl. It's about all children.
Okay, and that's what I stand for. All people. But I'm not gonna make excuse when I'm seeing behavior right in front of me.
Right.
You have a platform that can reach people.
Everybody, please. Everybody.
CMR and Crissy's top hated list.
Everybody. Everybody.
Before you even saw this, I've been doing this.
Me just want one second. 1 second more. Only one.
Okay, Vibes.
Everybody read the text on the screen. That's what Jay writes on our
Yeah,
Instagram.
going insane, but at least my life looks peaceful. Crazy.
No,
I ain't hearing about
Right.
nothing about she being
I were
abused.
if I were the mother and I saw that post, I would have been absolutely concerned.
Listen, my
What?
ball. I cry when I see it with you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Momo,
Go
I
back to
cry.
what you
my point
said
is
when
this exactly.
CMR
Hold
initially
on.
got in trouble for cheating. Go back to what you told them that caused the fallout between you and
Why I'm
CMR.
on CMR and Crissy stop hating this? Because
No,
due to
yes,
his
tell them
narcissist
initially.
behavior and her actions, I said he's gonna turn around and touch your blood clot, me them. Oh.
And why did you tell him that? Because of the what?
The
Because of
young
the
girls and his behaviors, because he's
Okay.
online and Crissy was enabling it, and that's why I said
And
it.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
If
thank
he was
you,
a watch the mother,
Hi,
if
everyone.
he was a watch the mother,
Ranetta, me really want them to like up the live, but me no want break the conversation to beg for some like. So make the woman them go and talk. If them want like it, then like, you know.
we have to use this opportunity, Momo, to prevent and try and teach and help other mothers prevent them from making the same mistake. It's not, we keep saying justice for Jay, justice, but how
No,
can we
but we're
help
not saying
other
justice for
Jays?
Jay only. We're not saying justice for Jay only. We're saying justice for all
No,
the
but I'm
victims
saying
out
what
there.
are the strategies? What are the implementations?
But
What are the
and that's
solutions?
fine. That's fine.
Right.
We do that all the time. We talk about motherhood. We talk about the signs all the time. But what I'm not gonna sit up here with is Crissy is being abused. No, talking general.
No, I'm not.
That women are being abused, and when they are being abused, they may not have the strength to talk up for their children. But that's not. But you cannot use the word Crissy, and because Crissy's far not in that.
Right.
That is my point. It's not about Crissy. It's about teaching other parents to recognize the signs. When your kids come home from school, do you ask them, how was your day? Did anything make you sad today? Did anything interest you today? Speak about their feelings, not just combing them here and put them in pretty clothes. It's important for them to be clean and look nice. But it is to be a good mother. We have to touch into the mental, the psychological parts of it. And we also remember, there's a book that my dad gave me when I got pregnant with my first daughter, and the title is "The Home is the First School." We need to read books like those. In order to take care of children, we have to first start with the root, and the root of children are the parents. So we have
That's
to
it, exactly.
And we've been saying that from day one.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
So I agree. But in her case, right now, you know what's funny? If Marlene go over there right now and say, Crissy, your abuse, she's going to block her.
And you know what? She is going to block
And
me.
she's going to start a lot. And you know what she's going to tell you, Marlene? That you are jealous of her lifestyle.
Exactly.
And she's
Of
a rich
course,
bitch.
because you know why? She's not normal. She's not.
After we put food and give this girl shelter, she has CMR. And then on top of it, she come back and curse me out and say, Jamaica, the help her. And people come out here and have the audacity to come out and watch the abuse. Then she come to air.
You know what is the best? You know,
The other day when she was live, typical Jamaicans, they're so jealous. See when she said the same people that will make her be where she is. Typical Jamaican. They are the only one who's going on like that. They're jealous.
Yes, I talked about it in my video. CMR tried to take down my video, but this is the thing, right? Like for instance, because it just seems like the name Crissy makes people so upset that they can't.
Gotta work by your internet, Marlene. We like that.
Yeah, true.
Hi everyone.
You know what it is? You know what it is? When I think about even if it's gonna be directly Crissy, I feel so sad and pitiful because nothing is worse than lying to yourself. So I see whenever people get so angry about her, me not pay her no mind because I see that she's a sad person, and the worst lie to tell is the one to yourself. You see, when she turn off that camera, I think she cries because she's so unhappy and so sad. So I don't get caught up with her shows in the media and her this and her that. Exactly. Beyond that, look in somebody's eyes. You see, even when that man sat on that couch and was doing that interview, that when I looked in his eyes, it was blank. That is a sociopath. That's a psychopath.
Thank you.
And that's all I got from him the first time I ever spoke to him.
Look in Chrissy's
Even
eyes.
before all of this
You're
happened.
lost. There's a cell. When you look in her eyes, the makeup can't cover it. So when people getting upset about her, don't take her personally. She's sad and crying.
No, me I take it personal.
Thank
And
you.
we're not
Thank
upset
you.
about her. We're just upset.
It's
We're,
sad.
we're upset at the fact that people are coming and talking about her being abused.
Me I take it
Right.
personal.
No. But you see,
Like, can I say something? It's gonna look like all the mothers they wanna listen to them child are being abused. And also it's because I know someone personally, the child go to the teacher just like Jay and tell the teacher and the mother say the child jealous of her share her man. And the mother living in a house right with the man. You understand me? So she gonna abuse
You know how much women came on my platform and told me that their mother did the same thing. So I know only Crissy I do it. So me not make no excuse for them. And when you ask these children, and you know what's messed up too? When I ask majority's women, was the man beating your mother? Them tell me no. Them tell me no. She just want her man. She loved her man.
So then what's the problem? What would you say is the problem then? What would you say? We need to attack these parenting. We need to attack the parents.
They're just that's why. One thing is, you see, I don't know your name. It just said guess. But I don't know what your name is. But let me tell you something. I would never attack a person because we cannot predict. You could be with the best man and turn around. And a man can come in your house tomorrow. Fathers are touching their children.
And you know what, Momo?
I could never. There's different circumstances and situations. Nobody wants their child to get touched. Nobody wants to go through this. Nobody wants their child to go through this. But when you stand with them, I have a fucking problem with that.
Momo,
any chance I get.
Momo, you see, I refuse to beat up on a weak woman. Weak because of the abuse of a man.
Now when she a clap the OTR, when she a clap the OTR, she know we. So me a beat her blood clot.
Momo.
Do you know what she said when the man cheated on her? He said he's an effing failure. And
you guys don't know what it is to be hiding behind.
Listen, you're taking your personal situation and you're trying to attach it to Crissy. You're taking your personal, and Toya, do not come down. Do not come down, Toya. You're taking your personal situation and attaching it to someone that you do not know, not in their home, and we're working off of the behavior, what we are seeing that is being displayed. That's what you're taking. You're taking your personal situation and trying to have empathy for Crissy. That's what you're doing. So in that case, you should go over there and talk to her, and she's gonna block your blood clots and tell you about yourself. So we don't want to hear that. You're gonna say we don't know. Enough people out there get blood clot, go through domestic blood clot violence. Jamaican people are one of the most violent people in the world. Let's be honest. We're aggressive. When me I grew up, if you hear I love you, you're frightened, you're fuck. You think somebody are dead. But you know, so your parents, them love you. They're not even hug you, but you know you're loved.
Exactly.
You know what I know?
I have a question for guests. Guys, you keep asking.
All you youngster, you up here and make them fuck you and go on, but you have strength for me.
I'm
gonna bring you down.
Yes, I want to know what your solution is. You keep asking us for the solution. It seems as if you have a solution or a suggestion. Please provide. Put it on the platform. Please put it
Okay,
out there.
can I say something? In this case, this is what I feel. I feel the justice system.
I didn't ask you, I asked guests. But okay, go ahead.
Okay. I just haven't got to finish not even one sentence since I'm on here, but it's all right. I'm patient like that.
No, because I have to go for Crissy.
All right, Mom, I got you. Miss, respectfully, I know you're upset, but please, we don't have to scream at each other like that.
Let me tell you.
No, we all not upset.
Hold on, you know why I'm passionate about this? And every time I talk like I'm quarreling. Let me tell you what happened to me. I used to live in Portmore, and I took the bus from Portmore. I was about 16 or 17 years old. Very attractive, young, brown-skinned little girl. And when I took the bus, and I get off at downtown Kingston, I'm to me on the bus. And as I got off the bus, him grab onto my JJ. You hear me? That tells me man like those, if you have them in your house with your children, they will abuse them. So that's why I take it so personal. So when you hear me come on with this aggressiveness, I know. And I know what Jay is going, and it affect me. Because this stranger don't know nothing about me and trouble onto my JJ. Just grab the JJ like that.
It's
And
really
run it to give them
sad.
face.
It's really
So when
sad.
you come over and I talk about, what's your name? Crissy, she's a beaut. I don't want to hear that lady. I don't want to hear
So
that.
I'm not speaking.
I'm a talk lady. I come off again. I'm a better sleep on some of the car. I said, one lady I took up for Crissy. I'm going to come on.
And this is the Christian of the platform.
Yes. Yes, I'm a Christian. I'm a child of God.
No problem.
The Bible says, listen, man.
I'm a child of God too. No problem.
The Bible says, as long as you don't sin, you can get angry, but sin not.
Of course. As long as you don't disrespect and sin. Yeah.
Hold on, man. I'm a finished talk lady. I've been the forum long time. You know what I said to Crissy? Crissy know that cannot go around her kids. I know what she do? She buy things for fix up in my apartment. I know that. That man cannot be around our child. Don't come up on here and say she abuse your lady.
You know, I hope that the justice, you know what I hope? Guys, so let me say this. You know how before, when you were in an abusive relationship and then you called the cops and then it was up to you to have the man arrested or not, but they changed that law because too many women were being beat up by these men, and when the cops came to the house, they saw busted lips and this and that, and the woman says, no, because the kids, he loved me, and they will leave it alone. Let me finish, please. Guys, please. So they changed that law, right? And they make it now, once they come out and they see any signs of abuse, they're taking that man down. Now, you know what I hope will happen here? Because, again, forget Crissy. I see too many women being in abusive marriage and they don't know how to come out because they didn't get the professional help. I hope the justice system, when they see things like this, they would force you into therapy until you get it right. Because right now, that woman needs to be forced into therapy. Because I'm telling you, whether we like it, whether we scream, we shout, whatever, she's an abused woman. And when you're abused, hurt people, hurt people.
The police report when she said, when he said, so you don't believe CMR when she said, she lick him too.
Of course. What does that say? Hurt people, people. She needs to be in therapy, and she doesn't even understand it. The justice system. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Marlene. No, the Jay is the victim here. Go ahead. Sorry, baby. Say it again.
Hi, I am Nisia from Trinidad as well, and I am not agreeing with you concerning Crissy. Because I am also come out from an abusive relationship. But you know what made me come out? Not what I was going through, but my son. I didn't have a girl child as most of you guys. My son. So you taking up for Crissy and saying, okay,
no, I'm not taking up for Crissy. I'm talking. I want you to finish, but just keep in mind, guys, I'm talking for abused woman. I'm not talking about Crissy. I don't know that woman. It's abused woman.
You're indirectly taking up for her, though. That's the
All right,
narrative.
I'm gonna stop calling her name. I'm gonna stop calling her name then. Go ahead, please. Trinidad.
Right. So I have been following the whole panel of vibes. Hi, vibes.
Wagwan, you good?
So I'm good.
All right, good, thanks.
I remember growing up. I grew up in Trinidad, and I grew up in a big family where there is a lot of boys and a lot of girls. But you know what my mother cautioned? She looked at my father's side especially. And they had a history of kind of watching their own niece and the kind of in a hugging us and pulling us close to them and making our breasts touch them. So my mother noticed these signs. When we were younger, so you know how she made us dress? I am adult right now, and I recently started to wear short pants in my own house. Because mom, we're not wearing leggings, we cannot wear short pants, and the boys not mixing with the girls. So the boys will be strictly upstairs because we have a big house. Boys upstairs, girls downstairs, and we not mixing until we become adults. She's not leaving us alone because of the history of our father's side. And again, my mother take that to observe what was happening in our house. So you, Crissy, is not being abused. Crissy want to have the idea of she's married. Crissy do not want to go back to Jamaica to live in poverty if she will grow up in that. So she's taking whatever to stay in America to make it look like she's living the rich haha life. And she's not putting her children. She's not putting her daughter. And I look at a little girl with love, and I don't even know the child.
So do I.
And you put aside the abuse that your child going through, her mental state for money. So she's not being abused. She's not being abused. She
I choose to believe that no woman would want this for their child. And you know, when my mother, I remember when my step grandfather, right, my grandmother would come and take me to Port of Spain, right?
And there's a lot of women who don't care, who doesn't care. I'm telling you, lady, a lot of women know
she doesn't care
and don't care. They only care.
She don't.
And you know,
She
it's
don't
just
care about her daughter. Because I have a sister. She has so much 4 children. My sister went through something, and right now she's currently taking care of 4 girls and 1 boy. And my mother stand with her, including all of us. Leave that man for the well-being of her child. You know what she chose to do today? Her oldest is 19. And she choose to stay single because of 4 girls. Because she don't want no man to come in her home to end up interfering with her children. She chose that lifestyle.
right. And listen to this.
It's not like Crissy is choosing money and man over her daughter and her other girls.
Right.
She's not being abused. So she chose that lifestyle.
What you say your name was again? Hello? Hello?
That thing should fall off, you know. No, man. Nikki.
So anyway, I understand what she's saying, right? But for me, I understanding abuse, there is nowhere in my heart that I see that a woman could be so hateful to their own kids that they would have this happening more than when you're in a mental state.
Money.
Some women that
I'm in the world. But I understand abuse. Again, when my step grandfather was interfering with me every time my grandmother take me for vacation, right? I remember I did not know how to tell my mother. I never tell anybody. Right? So one day, apparently, he did it to one of my other cousins, right? But we're from the country, they're from the city, right? So that cousin pulled a knife at him, and there was a big scandal in the house, right? So my grandmother left Port of Spain, which is the city, and came to the country one morning, very early on the bus, and to tell my mother. I remember I was so ashamed. I didn't know how to explain. They wanted to know the details of what he was doing to me, how he was doing it, this, that, and the third. So I grew up in a very poor home, right? So that same man, when he would come, that's my step grandfather, when he would come to the country, to visit us and everything, he would always give my mother a little change because, like I said, we grew up poor, and, so, the country city in Trinidad is like when you're in the city, bright light, when you're in the country. So, boom. I remember when my grandmother told my mother, and my mother called me, and the 3 of them was talking to me, right? It was one, I don't know, I felt embarrassed. I felt all type of emotion, right? And I said, yes, it happened. How many times? I tell them exactly what he was doing to me. And let me tell you something, right? My mother my mother, who was abused as well and was in an abusive relationship, okay? This is what she did. She didn't do anything to this man. My great grandmother was so upset. She didn't do anything and she kept talking to him. When he would come and visit, he would still give her them. He begged her and he apologized. I remember that. And my mother said, well, God said this and God said that and this and that and the third. And, that was that. She basically forgave him. And I remember feeling very confused about it. But my mother, I could hate her today. I could hate her today, right? But she had 5 of us. My brother died, so 4 girls. But the reason, and I always was confused about that. But when I went to victim services and I got therapy, I'm talking big woman now, in America.
Is what one. Fall off.
Gotta work.
The only thing I'm going to say about that, though,
Momo, you just kill me.
You see, with Marlene, the only thing I'm going to disagree right now with is that I know that she's trying to hope that everybody has like a good heart and stuff like that, but I can speak with personal experiences. We are so quick to agree that we have deadbeat fathers, but we're not quick to hold on, but we're not quick to realize that we also have deadbeat mothers. So I just want to put that out there. That
Thank
we do
you.
have mothers out there who do not know how to be a good mother.
Thank you.
And refuse to learn to be a good mother.
That is one of the really shit I've heard since I came up here.
I don't want her. I understand everything else that she's saying, but I also want her to be realistic. That you have people who have kids for different reasons. They are not motherly. They don't have a natural motherly instinct. They don't love their kids like a mother. Personally,
So that's a good point.
My older daughter. Let me tell you something. Hold on. I have a classmate who called me one time, and she said to me, I always see how, like, the stuff that you post and the kids and like just how you speak about your kids, I really admire it. And I said, thank you so much. And she said, I have a child same age as your older daughter, and I just can't love her. And this is somebody that I know very well. I was so shocked when she said that. She said, I just can't love my daughter. I just can't connect with her. So I said to her, there must be some kind of trauma that you associate with the child, because it's not normal for a mother not to love their child. And she said, you know what she said to me? She said, her child's dad wanted a child, and because she loved the man and she wanted to keep the man, she got pregnant. So when the man left her, when the baby born, she resented the child. She went on to have other kids after that, and because she was in the relationship, she still loved those kids. It goes to show you that you had a natural mother instinct. Nothing can make me change my mind from loving my child. Whether a man is there or whether a man is there not. That is a fact. So for me, you do have deadbeat mothers. I know parents who have never raised any of their kids. I mean,
I'm telling you, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
You have
Exactly.
deadbeat mothers. I just want to put that out there. You have deadbeat mothers.
Can I just say this quickly, because I'm not staying
I was
in the
raised
time.
by a single father.
Can I say this quickly and go, why are we out here having pity party for Crissy? Crissy didn't come out and say she's being abused. The one brave person who came out was Jay. So I don't know why no one gonna have any pity party for Crissy. She didn't come out and say she's being abused. She come out and dropping words, calling people low life and all type of things like that. So we are here to stand for Jay. She was the one who was brave enough to come out and say something was going wrong. And she's not even picking up for her child. That's what we're talking about.
Exactly right.
No one is sorry for Crissy.
Purple
If
heart.
she come out and say something, then we can say, okay, she's going through this. But she haven't come out and said anything. And she haven't shown us anything. We don't see any sign of abuse on her.
Thank you
We
very
see her
much.
acting very feisty and calling people
you
low
very much.
life.
Okay.
You understand? And not putting her daughter first.
And the sad thing about it, she's very ignorant.
From the paperwork drop.
Jamaica, Mimi. She's the one that had the black
You notice from the paperwork drop for the dismissal, she's been getting very hyper promiscuous and rambunctious with the people them in the comments, and I make posts and I laugh and I smile, especially from interview trap, Watch her behavior them.
Right, and the lady that just spoke, right? You know, very interesting. That's why no matter how I feel, I like to listen to everybody because you could learn something, eh? Because you know, you said that, and you said they're a deadbeat mom, right? And no, I don't want to see my mom as a deadbeat mom, and I'm not saying that she is, right? And that could be probably why I'm holding on so much because maybe I'm thinking that just like how I grew up thinking, even through therapy, especially through therapy, I feel like my mother just couldn't do better and didn't do better, and maybe that is so. You see what I'm saying? So you now saying that, I'm not gonna be ignorant. As much as it feels kind of weird to think that of your mother, but you're making me think like, could it be that's what my mother was doing? You know what I mean?
I have two things to say. Very important.
Your mother, Marlene, there were no resources. There are resources now. Yesterday, guests jumped on me because I said about resources and using the resources available. You and guests had things to say. So now there are resources. Back then with your mother, she did not have the resources and she did not have the education that we now have. When I mentioned the shelter, I was told that I was wrong. But if you want to get your children out of a situation, you would practically kill yourself to get them out of that situation. Period. Point blank. That's my point. That's my point. That's my point. A glorious life was what she needed to do. And that's the bottom line. And that's the thing that we are looking against. Right. Everybody. But back. Oh, sorry. Vibes want to talk. Go ahead, Vibes.
I have two things more I say. I hope Crissy there they learn something. And we have 10 minutes left. We have 10 minutes.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to talk.
And back in the days, our grandmothers, our mothers, the men were providers. It's a different time, different era, different place. There is no excuse in America today. And there are shelters. And before you go in a shelter, they remove the fathers out the home. Like in this case. Exactly. If a person was abused, they wouldn't go out their way to go to the father.
Why me here's Momo?
What do you think about Miss Momo? What do you think about hurt people? I learned that in therapy. So what do you think about that?
If a therapy, you did have to go learn that hurt people, that means they never lived life before.
When I got married young, so like I said, and then I had my history from like what we're talking about here.
Let me tell you the difference in me, because I was a runaway at 14. I've been in the streets from 14. And when I became 20 and I became a mother, everything became about my child. Every decision I made, every action I took became about my child. So everything that I ever felt that hurt me, I removed myself from it, or got seek help, or tried to figure out, because whatever I went through, my goal was to never let them feel what I felt.
Anybody here say?
The therapist didn't have to teach me that.
You know what I want to leave people with this. I've also heard people saying, oh, what about giving the benefit of the doubt? That benefit of the doubt should always go to the victim. I don't want to leave us with that. Because if somebody can get the benefit of the doubt, the victim. That is a fact. No way around that. Exactly. I just want to. I just saw something. I just saw something that made me want to say that people have to realize that. Stop talking about benefit of the doubt if it's not gonna lie with the victim. That's a good one. That's a fact. We now have to try also to help other families that are in the situation. I can speak from experience. The reason why I think personally was because I was also touched. Now, when people hear about touching, they feel like it is not anything because it's just a touch. I was touched and I was very upset, just like a lot of you, when I heard that they wanted people. They wanted you. If you go listen to court documents, a trained person can't hardly even prove a touch, much less a 13-year-old. How do you prove a touch without video evidence? So that is also something people need to take into consideration. That does not mean the person was innocent because the child could not prove the touch. It was not penetration, it was a touch. And it's just as serious because touch leads to something else. Okay? So I saw something and I wanted to say that the benefit of the doubt should always be with the victim first.
Totally agree.
Well, tonight was a nice show, you know. I mean, like, what they are so on backle it out and come to an agreement and well, nobody no ball tonight and say them a left and them not come back. If we can continue to do that something here, we can help a lot of people. I believe that. If we can continue to do this, we can educate a lot of people and we can help a lot of people. What do you think?
That's the plan. It's all around. But we also have to be mindful though when people say certain things, they're enabling these people's behaviors.
Yeah, but that's all the good thing about the debate, you know, which part somebody says something and
Crissy, me no say over here you are CMR, come here, say CMR tell people them about HD came here, I talk about somebody, me rather take a shit pan in the boy than to pull down a 13-year-old pants. Suck your mother.
Why is it about HTK?
HDK said him here him over there talk about the person I chat him go get shit pan the buy. So me have to tell him something.
Oh yeah, me about that one then.
Yeah, instead of take down, pull down a 13, 12-year-old pants.
No shame.
He never have no shame. He not no shame.
No, no shame. He not no shame.
That's harder. Everything in same does in keep.
Yeah, but HTK shut him down though. So there must be some truth to that.
Anna B, don't do that.
But the only thing I hope, the way that they forced him, and because I guess they made him, because clearly he was trying to make everybody that speak on this disappear, so he had no intention of getting help. So they forced him into that, and that's great. And I wish they would force the mom the same way, and also, of course, that little girl need therapy. But
Maria, we got 6 minutes. You're good?
But the only thing I hope.
We're Maria. Maria, turn off your background. Maria, turn off your background. Maria, background's low.
But we have to listen, people. I'm so proud of Marlene for coming.
Come and watch TV on phone.
People like that come guys who have a different perspective, those are people that want to learn. So
yeah, but me tell Marlene what exactly what going to happen before she come.
If she doesn't have her same perspective, let's teach her, because this is the same thing you guys are complaining about, that Crissy don't want to learn.
Yeah.
If somebody comes and they have a different perspective and they want to learn,
but
have to teach them to help to prevent other things.
Yeah, but
so
me
we
wait.
need to have an open mind.
Yeah, but we are teachers, lady, we are teachers now, listen.
No, hold on, no. Hold on, me when kind of prepare. Hold on, no.
I'm not teaching anybody anything. The only thing is she has to remove personal from facts. That's the biggest thing.
Me when kind of prepare Marlene feet before she come. I mean, tell her, say, it will go turn out like this, so she won't kind of understand, know the part there.
Yeah, but she not want to learn neither, because I want to.
No, man, she'll learn, man. Marlene, tell them to learn something. I mean, Marlene gone, man.
She's in her own way. She's taking her personal situation and attaching it to them.
The reason you go to school for years is because you don't learn something in a day or one life.
Yeah, we have to keep, we have to repeat it.
We don't. Yes, I don't know. Me not have a stomach for that, baby. I'm too old for that. See, I keep repeating to her.
I wonder if Maria wants to say something before we.
Keep repeating for big people. Big people must take things and acknowledge it. Go wrong with guess. Guess where I from. Put up a name.
I wonder if Maria wants to say something before we come down, because we have literally 4 minutes left.
Yeah. I am just saying good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Blessed, Maria. Blessed every time.
You could have deep. Mama, you could have deep till God come down. You never tell me where me say. Me say me I keep an open mind and me I pray for Crissy. Cause good can come out of Nazareth. You have your opinion and you stay with yours. And today Sunday, I'm going to compare you with the passa now and the cursing, because, you know, Marlene, there are certain times I have to step out of something. Me too old, them they all dirty bad word, they all not cuss and this and that and can't beat the girl, man. You know how much on the devil. Come on, God. You see, they are trying to hold my seat and just got you. Me a hold on pan when me hold on pan. Who without sin cast the first stone? He without sin. Please, Mama. Mama, my talk to?
Maria, you can't come talk to me.
Momo, my friend. Momo. Momo.
You need to call Crissy, brother. And you need to call Crissy.
Momo.
Talk to them.
Momo.
Bring down your blood clot by one black man when you come over here the other day.
Momo, me want to talk to my Momo. Me want to talk to Momo.
Why they can't?
We can't come and talk about who have the first stone. So we have stone to see more for them.
Momo, you're intelligent, stop. How much Momo the pandis? How much Momo the pandis? Have a good night, bye. Bye.
Because myself here, Maria.
Go ahead. How are you all of that chat? Don't chat too much. Go ahead. I'm too little to go out and chat, make this do. I'm going to fall for me. It's night of my turn today. We'll run away. Go ahead.
That goes to you too.
Listen
to me, since that woman that comes.
No, me have too much garbage in my chunk. Come me can walk up and tell man. Me not afraid to tell where I come from, me no baby. Because it kill me.
I need to calm, man. You're too old nigga-ish. I'm out of here. You make me come out for the proof.
Beat up!
You're too old nigga-ish, lady.
Beat up again out of my old nigga. Momo, me say my friend Momo.
No, Momo say there is no friend.
Momo, just don't be sarcastic, sweetie. Sweetie, I'm being sarcastic.
Momo say there's no friend to her. No, she just
Mom, how this? Look here, today is Sunday. I'm not come on this day. Now we do the pilot Sunday. Tell him so.
She don't know which side to go on. She confused.
Who name sir? When you tell me that Mama which station you go on?
Momo, your mic mute, you know, Momo.
Which station you must go on, Mama? Go see that.
Hold on, Momo, mic mute.
Yeah.
Momo, I talk, but me not hear her.
Yeah.
Hold on, oh, me not hear her.
Mama, me can't beat it to your opinion, you know.
But me younger than you, so the answer more testosterone.
Wisdom, baby, wisdom.
No, because I have wisdom. You see, when you go put up that prayer for Crissy, and you're my family friend, you really go call her mother and call Crissy and talk to her. We don't want to hear that over, because when you do that, it's like you still beat the child indirectly as a big man.
Mama, I'm not going to beat a child when me go through the same thing, Mama.
That's what you're doing. Call them.
No, Mama, you see. Mama, we have to see big.
So I have to beat them.
Mama.
I
know that, but Mama, until I say she said. Yeah?
We don't want you to pray for Crissy over here. We keep on telling you.
Mama, you can't say that, Mama. God, you serve.
Don't come up here and say, Mama, like me and your friend coming and stand with that blood clot at all. Because when me say pray for Crissy, me I said the little pitney a liar. Me I said, okay, so a man touch that.
No, Mama. No, Mama.
Man, we touch them blood clot pitney. So just don't call my name when you say Crissy name, Maria. And me and you were good.
Mama. You know say prayer can tear her down, Mama.
Me not care about when you go pray, because me not tear nobody down. She do it by herself. Me not waste my prayer.
I mean, when I say tear down, open her up that she has to confess, come out your car.
Now pray for the kids.
Of course I do.
I'm praying for the kids that get trauma and turn out to be adults who have fucked up mindset like the prayer behavior that you're displaying right now. I'm praying for those people. Those children come to angry, ignorant adults that sometimes they go through a lifetime of trauma that cannot receive love, cannot take love, and put their children in situations. That's who I'm praying for. When I waste my blood clot prayer upon that, I have to pray for my friend. When I have to go pack up and divide.
Mama, I'm just saying hello to you, sweetheart.
Yeah,
Mama, me have too much. Mama, me still a little bit for me trauma.
I'm not say a tyrant, so I'm probably when you
No, what's tyrant? Mama, yeah, but me know man for calm myself.
Crissy and prayer, don't mix the name with that. And my name go
Mama, you know, say from Monday, I'll know me, my head hurt me. Cause some things that me never remember in a semi trauma come back for me. I don't take the side. I tell you, me not take the side. I'm for the little girl. I am for the child. I am for the little girl. They not take the side, baby. Who are your sister? I'm Momo, me say. Mr. Momo.
No, you can't say sister from here right now.
Listen, Mama, let me tell you something.
Remember, so when I live long again, enough children are dying by the day. So you go away
Mama. Mama.
Purple Heart, people. Purple Heart.
Mama, can I say something to you, please?
Yes, go on.
Mama.
Oh, Crissy, what?
Yeah, listen to him. I said, go on, you know, so we get quiet. Talk now.
Oh, don't make them come on there. Trust me, them don't know. They know who to talk to them. Mama don't make people fool you, maybe. Trust me.
Fool me.
No, make you know you said them come on there. Where the station are them there on?
Who are fool me when me was station and depend? You right now when you come over vibes, you viral upon people podcast. The people that don't know you, they must say nobody don't know them. You there? You understand? So
Mama, lie them a tell. Lie.
Call them phone. You have to call them phone and go pray to them. You have them number. This is a prayer line over here.
Mama, you believe so? Mama, on a serious note now. Mama, I'm talking to you seriously.
Them blood clot mother. Beer parties back at that Trump in office. Beer parties back at that.
Hold on. You can't come in here and come disrespect Momo's sister. We are Momo's sister from day one. And you're coming here.
Exactly. This is not from your girl. None of these people are big enough any child.
I never say that. I never say that to Mama. No, I say Momo, my sister.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you. And then should I also step up and talk about on the Momo alone intelligent?
That's why you don't say Maria.
Me say Momo alone intelligent? Oh, me say something like that. I'm not know, baby.
You don't say that.
No, I say I called to speak to Momo. I'm not trying to name Momo.
Maria, I'm fully retarded. You see what these are the things that we make views when you come up here and start screaming up my throat and I like this, you know. So we are going to find the podcast and argue about Dirty Crissy and CMR.
Exactly.
And you can say me are the most intelligent because me fully
I will a screen record him over him. I will a screen record tomorrow.
I never say that, Momo.
Today's Jay's birthday?
What's your birthday?
Tuesday.
Oh,
Tuesday.
I saw Grand Rising wrote it. I thought it was today.
Well, anyway, pick up some Purple Heart.
I never said that word.
Hold on, Maria. We have to go away.
Maria, you know, say I'm a woman card that you just go up here and tell the people them.
All right, we have to go here now. So Purple Heart.
You're the only intelligent one?
Now you say
How do you come on here and disrespect people like that?
that you did say.
Roll it back. Time, roll it back. Roll back what I say. Roll it back.
You know, like that, man.
Disrespecting people on the platform.
That's what he said.
Jesus Christ.
I can say, oh, no, you can't hurt it more.
Sin grant the first stone. Time. Vibes Carlene is saying that you need to take control.
No, I got bed now.
Okay, Vibes.
But we
I
have.
don't think you're gonna be able to end this show like
I want a nice day.
somebody up here. Vibes, family.
Well, me want to thank everybody who come up here. All of the strong women them who come up here and someone playing in the background there.
Playing it. Maria, come down. You play the something in the background. Vibes.
No, I'm not playing it. I want you to roll it back. You make me say you are the most intelligent one from here.
Am I going to post it right now? You can roll it back.
No, I would never stop. I would never disrespect you guys like that. No way.
Yes, so you think you come up here and scream on my throat? You did.
I never said Momo is not intelligent one pan there. I couldn't say that. I said I'm speaking to Momo.
Vibes.
Come and talk about who are the first.
The one thing we can't tell him, Maria, is no more.
What?
She don't want
Why me throw a stone in it? I saw how to get the lick a while ago.
I mean, get the lick. That's why they come up here brawling, because nobody can lick them while we up here. You crazy? The one time.
No, I'll me just say even though Cynthia has the first one.
Maria, me not even read the Bible.
Maria,
I didn't read the Bible. Maria can't mad me. You don't know understand the Bible. Turn on and
Momo and the others.
Talking to Momo.
No, she never said Momo is the
I
intelligent
never
one.
said that. I never disrespect you know.
No,
I said me treat you Momo. To yesterday me the pan there talk about Momo. Cause Momo speak her mind. She don't go there and hide
Maria, can you
I never say that.
Maria, you said.
Alright, Carly, me I come down to bed now. Nikki, yeah, me I lock her now, Nikki.
Maria, can I just clear this up? I heard when you said, you let me talk to Momo, you're intelligent more than that. You never said Momo is the most intelligent one. Let me just clear that up, because I heard when you said that. You never said she's the most intelligent.
Yesterday I asked Momo, I'm more passion into this. I just mean I am passionate tonight because this
Maria, everybody
oh God.
I friend you all look.
Momo, I can't lie. These ladies been here.
Mommy desperate. Me desperate. Me now want some friend. Me desperate.
Hold on.
But Momo don't want a friend with the lady.
Hold on. These ladies been over here. I met these wonderful ladies over here that been over here. Their names are not mentioned, and I give them strength. And I honor them. Come and see them. I do this from day one. Them been attacked. Them never stop.
We have to stay focused on J4J.
None of them up here. I met these wonderful ladies over here.
Me can say.
Good evening. Bye.
Me can say.
The comment section want they want to close the show, so they want their big ups before they go.
Yeah, come on, man, I forgot that. I think I need a wedding ring in the next 2 months. Valentine's Day next month, you know.
I like my month.
Your game, man. Momo deserves the ring.
Momo the ring long time, man.
Alright, big up on yourself, family.
Guys, thank you so much for coming.
Love you guys.
Appreciate you.
Love you, your wifey.
Yes, you get back your wife now.
Yeah, man, come and see. Hey,
Valentine's Day, come over I get for Valentine's Day.
how are yourself?
You have Zell?
Where you call so?
You don't have Zell?
Where you call Zell?
Western Union?
Stop playing.
No, we know what Western Union, but one name Zell.
Oh, no, they don't have Zell over there. How much money transfer? I'm going to send you my bank account number then.
Money check. We use one thing called VIPs.
No, we don't have that. And the ticket needs to go by soon, because over here so cold and over there cold, so we might as well come when it's cold.
Hold on, over for your place cold too?
Yeah.
I mean, I plan for running from here, sir.
Yeah, cold your fuck.
Guys. Alright, so vibes
Yeah.
Just smile, intuitive minds, Yamina, celebrate yourself, Anita, Crystal, AA, J.A. Straight, Tamisha, Denise B, Legacy, Tamisha, Tasha R, Mr. Minium, Young Star, me big you up already. Momo, thank you. Maria, thank you. Marlene, thank you. Guest, thank you. Vibes, thank you. Queen B, Jordia, Misty Brown, Richard Movie, CH, Marine H, Tai Jai is here.
Purple Heart,
Just
guys.
Smile is here. Put up your purple hearts, guys, as we go out. Shar, thank you so much. Shar is here. Denise B, Dorothy K, Frankie P. JDK, my friend, JDK, Renata. OMG TV is here. HTK.
HTK there. Big up.
Big up the comments.
This is the comment section, guys. A. Ramsey, Misty Brown. If I missed anybody, Angel, Jamie, Jackie.
I too much people in here.
I know people.
It's just a move up.
But the comments is the MVP, I swear to God. Big up Uno.
Yeah, we big you up for real. Carlene is here. Denise is here. Carlene, we needed you in the panel, but I know how you stay. Sweet lady. We did big up Dirty K already. Just smile. Sizzling Hot was here. Everybody are coming and I said they want no Crystal. V.
Vibes.
Me can't believe me don't get 200 likes. But that's how you go.
Big up the likes. Come on, man. At 350.
I'll gonna leave and come back in. Press the likes before we guys.
Yeah, man.
We're on 190. Try bring up the likes. People in here. 250. Come on, guys.
We're supposed to have half. Now we know say half a watch. For what I like with, and we know half a real supporters.
All right.
So we for sure the like them, for sure the real supporters.
All right.
Empress M, Kim Lee, Sweet Lady. Boy, me are blind.
Yeah, man, they move fast.
Sizzling Hot. Kira, John, Summer. Me are trying not to repeat some of the people there. Crystal Edwards, I don't know if you say it. Melanie, I didn't see your name, but I know you're always here. Susan, Dark Chocolate, my friend. Nick, John Campbell, Anne Ramsey.
Yo, come in there, move fast, man.
Yeah, me and I'm a big up. Me see you, Melanie. Crystal E, Pauline, up there. You know what you say? But Pauline, you're up there, okay? Just remember, hold on a little bit. Please put your purple hearts in. You can put your white hearts in. Legacy, Tanya, Blueprint. Elizabeth, thank you for coming on. DKNY, Angel Jamie, Kareem John, Sophia Simpson, Leslie, Ruby Baby. Lady Janice, and Anya, the foundation, and we don't hear you up in the talking. Chanel, we need you.
Founder.
Thank you so much, guys. Please like up the live on your way out. We're up to 213. It was 300.
Thank you.
It was 354 of us here. Please like up the live. I when me not watch this, me come back and like up the live, guys. So like it up, Leon. Chanel, Sweet Sensation, Cat W, God's Love, Cupid, if I say your name wrong, Gordon, Love, KD, Small, Tai Johnny, say you already, from Nick's Kitchen, big up yourself, Alicia Daly, Vibes, say your goodbyes and go to your bed.
All right, we definitely have to do that now.
Everybody. Thank you, Vibes.
You're welcome.
I appreciate everybody and I respect everybody's opinion. Love in the house.
Yeah, man.
I understand.
Thank you for passing through, Marlene.
It's not easy.
My wife, Momo, there. Maria, big up yourself.
Justice for Jay, that's for sure.
Every time.
Justice for Jay. God bless the children.
And come back, Miss Marlene. Big up yourself.
Of course.
Definitely, man.
Of course. Thank you, my love. Thank you, Miss Maria.
Miss Maria.
Good night, Momo.
Momo, thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Momo, good night, darling. Good night. Speak to your opinion and don't make nobody take you from your opinion, mama. Don't make nobody take you from your belief.
All right, everybody, big up on yourself now. It's time for me cut out.
A peace, me say. Yeah.
All right, we talk tomorrow. Tomorrow we continue.
Thank you, Miss T. Thank you, everybody.
Good night,
Give thanks.
Momo. Stay strong, Momo.
Call up the deal, because see about Crissy, I'm going to give you that.
Momo, no, Momo. Momo. You have a good time, yeah, Momo.
Yeah, we have to go in now. Me have about 3-4 hours, about 3-4 hours. Me have to wake up again.
Good night, Marlene.
Good night, good night.
Good night.
I love you guys.
One love, one love.
Bye, Marlene. Thanks for having me, bye.
Every time, every time.
Good night, Essay.
All right, bye.
Every time, all right. We link up.
Good night, vibes. Blessings.
Blessings, man. Blessings, Maria. Blessings.
I don't know where you were today, but I needed you bad. Sometime, you know, see what she did there today, but we did need her bad.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Me gone, I'm tired.
All right. Give thanks here. Appreciate you.
Okay. No problem. Have a good day, good rest of the day, and have a good night. Right?
All right. Every time, every
You're
time.
not work tonight. You're not work tonight.
No, man. I work in the next couple of hours.
Jesus have mercy. Me the things
But,
say you're off.
but we have to do it, man. We have to do it. We have to do what we have to do, you know?
All right.
All right. Give thanks here.
Okay, good night.
All right. Blessings. Maria, big up yourself here.
Yeah.
Big up
Yes,
yourself.
man. I made that.
All right. All right. We chat. Zane?
All right, darling.
All right. All right. Give thanks.
Yeah.
All right, my people. All right, everybody. The show was a great show again. You know, it was a wonderful. Hold on it. Why, if you miss me?
The things that Maria did, I go stay up with you last. Me have to watch her, you know, them
Oh.
women like them take man, you know.
Oh, no, man. You don't say me have one burner. You know, me no run them joke there.
All right, good night, dear.
All right, later here.
Yeah.
All right, take
Bye,
care.
comments.
All right, people. So the show was nice, man. A wonderful show. People, the woman, them come out and them debate. And you can't tell me if you take control when the people them in a heated conversation and I try to get some understanding. Me have to just keep back and make the woman them do them thing. And them never stop until them understand each other and you realize that the show end nice and everybody have a joyful time. I don't think so nobody come off of the show tonight and feel sad. And this is the goal that I want people come over here, cuss, argue, talk, be a human being, let it out, you know, get challenged. And then at the end of the day, them feel good, you know, because, you know, what I call it, butt head. So we not go something there, we not go stop the people them from talk. And we not go silence nobody. Everybody have the right to talk. Everybody have the right to come out and talk. You know what I mean? And say whatsoever they want to say. If you see the tiger put Marlene into a spot. And Marlene know exactly what she when they walk into. And when she walk in, she went well prepared for it. That's the reason why the show run the way or it run, even when what Marlene said trigger, you know, a lot of other people. She still know how to deal with it and just the message. But it's nothing personal, you know. It's just that you have the opinion and me have the one day. And, you know, we just talk it over and get it over with and come to an understanding. So now Marlene no say, no Crissy thing over here, so. This is a J4J thing. And as much as all we'd love to see Crissy be a mother, it kind of late. It kind of too late for that something there. You know, so this is a J4J movement and we're not going to lose track of that. And we're not going to stop. And the J4J movement, remember, it's bigger than just me and Jay. And the whole of the panel. You know, it's for a lot of people who can come out and, you know, them voice be heard. You know, the people them want somebody to listen. So the platform I will do that. Big up on yourself, bless up on yourself. Remember, like and subscribe, people. And big up to everybody who they support the platform. Yeah? All of the people who buy them liquor one badge, or them you get them membership and who they drop them liquor, you know, 1 and 2 coconut basket. Give thanks. Big up on yourself, bless up on yourself. And we are going to turn out now and going to go to my bed because I'm tired. Work tomorrow again. So give thanks. So I already put up on a purple heart and things. So peace out. My God. wanna know how we do it already. Thank you for listen. Purple Heart, big up on yourself. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope you get good audio. Hope you list, hear everything when they go on and it take place. The woman them get really heated tonight. And because it's very sensitive. It's a very, very, very sensitive topic. Very sensitive topic. And we have over 400 odd people here, so when they listen, whatever, but we hope you listen and understand, and we have to continue the work. We have to continue the work. But remember to like and subscribe. We're gone.